Breaking news. James O back with another episode of The Desk. This time, the Sports Edition, episode 001. I told you I'd be right here, back at this desk. Well, there's nowhere else I'd be because I pay rent for this location, and it's actually hurting my pockets, but what else can I do? So, let's get straight into it. Please pull up my graphics. Made it myself. So, the NFL Divisional Rounds were held last weekend. Rams versus the Bears, Texans versus the Patriots, 49ers, Seahawks, and Bills versus the Broncos. First of all, we're going to get into Rams versus the Bears. And I got to say that Caleb Williams, despite all the, yeah, he paints his nails. Yeah, he got a pink iPhone. Yeah, he a baddie. Yeah, he a bad bitch. But he also a bad bitch on the field. Like, yeah, he played great. He played good for someone only being his second year in the league versus a formidable opponent in Matthew Stafford, who is 37 years old and possibly might be going to the Super Bowl again. I mean, the guy is, the only Super Bowl that my team, the Cincinnati Bengals, as you can see, has been to in the last almost 40 years was against Matthew Stafford in the 2021 Super Bowl that we eventually lost, which I think we should have won, but we had a bad O-line. Joe Burrow was cooking that game. Jamar Chase was cooking that game. I'm pretty sure New York made a call and said, Cincinnati? A small market? Hell nah. But Caleb Williams showed his ass, not literally. And he played great. Stafford had 258 yards. Williams had 257 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 3 picks. And it's definitely obvious who won between the Lions and the Rams trade because Stafford, like I said before, he went off. He played great. But Caleb Williams, next season, the Bears are looking good. Ben Johnson has been a great addition as head coach. Let's see this play that sent the game into overtime. Caleb Williams with a magnificent throw. Look at this throw. Oh, my goodness. He's still going. Ooh. Right. To Komet. That was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful throw. Off his back foot. You got to give him some credit on that. Next, we have the Texans versus Patriots divisional round. Ever since this pick, where C.J. Stroud was trying to give some advice to Caleb Williams in his rookie season, C.J. Stroud has never been the same. He's never been the same. The Pats ended up winning 28-16. C.J. Stroud had 212 yards, 1 touchdown, and 4 goddamn picks, 4 interceptions. Played absolute dog water. Drake May, the quarterback for the Patriots, had 179 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and 1 pick. But, Lord have mercy, C.J. Stroud, bro. Ever since that Tank Dell injury, he was never the same. And also, ever since this image right here, after the celebrity baseball game, after his rookie season, and he was seen taking Amber Rose home. I'm not into players' personal lives, but damn, bro, you're just going to jump all the way up there? Ever since this pick was taken, he's never been the same. Never been the same. He said he was just giving her a ride home. Next up, we have the 49ers versus the Seahawks. Brock Purdy. The score ended up being 41-6 Seahawks. The 49ers, yes, they've been plagued with injuries, but I don't think Brock Purdy is the guy for them. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe in this guy. I know he's a system QB, and he got, Kyle Shanahan, but I don't know, guys. I just do not know about this fella right here. 140 yards, no passing TDs, and a pick. Actually, they had no touchdowns at all. Sam Darnold, 124 yards, 1 touchdown for the Seahawks. I mean, let's be honest. The 49ers had their butt spit in this game. They got back shots, missionary, reverse cowgirl. They got fucked. They got fucked in this game. Yeah, every position, they got smashed. The Seahawks win, and they're going on to the NFC Championship game. Somebody save us from the mid. Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, come back. We need y'all in the playoffs, man. It's not the same without y'all. We're going to get into the crybaby, the make-a-wish baby of the NFL. Let's talk about Josh Allen. Josh Allen. Hey, man, you got Hailey Steinfeld. You're good to go. But the NFL always trying to make us feel bad for Josh Allen for usually his fault for not winning the game or getting past them or getting past the AFC Championship, ever going to the Super Bowl. This guy's, I don't think he's going to get to the Super Bowl. And that's why he probably was crying. This guy ended up getting 283 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 4 turnovers. In those 4 turnovers, 2 picks, 2 fumbles, which led to the Broncos getting an additional 16 points. And he ended up getting his head coach fired. Sean McDermott is without a job right now. He's job hunting for a head coach position. And now they want to put the blame all on Keon Coleman. Yeah, I get it. He's a little eccentric as a wide receiver, and he didn't step up. But if y'all watch that press conference with the way the owner and the GM were shitting on Keon Coleman, you might have think he was the one. You might have thought he was the one that had the 2 picks and 2 fumbles. Nah, it was Josh Allen. He's not that guy. He's not that guy.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
He's not that guy. Every time it comes to the playoffs, Josh Allen's like, oh, the lights, they're too bright. They're too bright. Cue the Trump video.
No, get those lights off. Off. Turn them off.
What'd I say?
They're too bright. Turn them off.
And now he was crying. And the whole NFL and NFL media are trying to make us feel sorry for him. Nah, man, step up. And unfortunately for the Broncos QB, who played a hell of a game, Bo Nix, he finished the game with a broken ankle. Can you imagine? So he is out for the AFC Championship. The AFC Championship is not going to be between Pats and the Broncos. Drake May versus Jarrett Stidham, the backup QB for the Broncos. I'm expecting a sleepy game, but you never know. At least the crybaby won't be in the AFC Championship. I don't want to see this guy. NFC Championship is going to be Rams versus Seahawks. Stafford versus Darnold. Sam Darnold is cool, but man, Stafford is just a different caliber of QB. And also it's going to be great to see Cooper Kupp playing against his former team, the Rams, in this game. Should be a very fun game. Like I said before, Josh Allen got Sean McDermott fired. Almost 9 years. Pretty much 9 years with the Bills and trying his best with the crybaby. It's probably best for them to go their separate ways at this point. Maybe the crybaby needs someone who can pat him on the back a little bit more. I mean, this guy was crying his eyes out too about, that was not a catch. That was not an interception. It was a catch. Blah, 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 blah. Yada, 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 yada. Whatever. But almost half the AFC teams who had a shitty season or a not so great season fired their head coaches, except the geniuses in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. They went 6-11, by the way. They didn't fire their coach. They didn't fire anybody, actually. They said, let's do it again. After 6-11, after 3 years, not go to the playoffs. That's great, right? That's great, right? Kevin Stefanski of the Cleveland Browns. Even the Cleveland Browns are smarter. They let go of Kevin Stefanski. Been the head coach of the Browns since 2020, I believe. And, you know, he's won Coach of the Year twice. And even with Baker Mayfield, got the team to a winning season. But ever since they shipped him off for the massage enthusiast named Deshaun Watson, it's never been the same. It's never been the same. But luckily for him, he's already been hired. He already got the head coach position that has been left vacant by the firing of Raheem Morris at the Atlanta Falcons. He is now the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. I just don't know if Atlanta is too keen for him right now because they sure do love their Sanders. Let's take a look.
Oh, fuck, bro. Don't nobody want this ugly ass nigga, bro. Man, get your ass on, bro. The Atlanta Falcons do not fuck with the city, bro. Y'all nigga went and did that, bro, on 32, bro. What the fuck, bro? All the shit you did to Shador, bro. We don't want your ass, bro. We want Shador, ugly ass nigga.
They want Shador.
Y'all done went and got mad at the fucking VP. And this the first decision you gonna do, nigga? What the fuck is going on? See, that's why I be over there with the Hawks, bro.
They really don't like Kevin
ass shit.
Stefanski. I don't think they're rocking with him, especially after he chose not to start Shador Sanders until late in the season, when the season was already cooked. Going on to the Las Vegas Raiders, who actually have the number 1 pick in the NFL draft because their season was abysmal. They had a 3-14 season, 14 losses, 3 wins, especially with Ashton, their new running back, who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. He has been fired. First of all, he needs to go sit his old ass on, bro. He is so old that when he got hired at the beginning of last season, it was AARP. Do y'all see this? It was AARP that reported his hiring as the head coach of the Raiders. Go and sit your old ass on, man. Pete Carroll, it's been nice, man. Sit your old ass on. You 75 years old, bro. You like a Nigerian politician, man. Go ahead, sit your ass on, man. He served as a head coach, most notably for the Seahawks, but was head coach for the Jets, the Pats, and also the University of South California, the Trojans, and winning 2 national titles with the Trojans. But like I said before, go and sit your old ass on down, man. Go hang out with your grandkids, man. Sit your old ass on, man. 3-14. I wonder who is going to become the coach of the Raiders now, because with the first pick in the NFL draft, they're going to get Fernando Mendoza, the Heisman winning and the national championship winning QB of the Indiana Hoosiers. Well, they got rid of the capri shorts wearing cool guy. Miami has fired 4-year head coach Mike McDaniels. He has been fired after missing the playoffs and underperforming this last season. Now he has been in talks to take over the OC, the offensive coordinator job at the Chargers. You know, you can tell Mike McDaniels love warm weather. He was one of the coordinators. He was the OC for the 49ers. Then he moved on to being the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Now he's looking back to going to LA and being the offensive coordinator for the Chargers under Jim Harbaugh, which is sweet. But at the same time, he's also taking interviews for a head coach position. He has landed the OC position at Chargers, and he has been granted leeway to also take interviews for the head coaching position led vacant by Sean McDermott at the Bills. That'll be interesting to see him and the crybaby Josh Allen partner up in Buffalo, and we'll see what happens. But there's also one more person that's also vying for that head coaching position at the Bills. Phillip Rivers is also interviewing someone who is just got off the field a couple weeks ago. He's also interviewing for the head coaching position at the Bills. Right now, he's a high school coach. I've never seen anyone just jump. But he's also one of the greatest quarterbacks also. Maybe not in his latter years, but he was pretty formidable, even though he never got a ring. And Brian Callahan from the Zach Taylor Bengals coaching tree. He got fired after a season and a half. He got fired mid-season. I know his former QB was not that great, but now that he has Cam Ward, it was nothing to write home about. Brian Callahan has been fired. Hopefully he does not come back to the Cincinnati Bengals as the OC. Not that he was a bad OC, but we good. we good. We good. And hopefully Dan Pitcher stays the OC for the Cincinnati Bengals. But look at that. The 49ers defensive coordinator, Robert Saleh, has already been hired after a head coach position as the Jets, which is probably deemed as probably one of the worst positions ever. He is now the head coach of the Tennessee Titans, and we'll see where he goes with that. A great defensive mind, so I'm really excited to see where he takes that team, because Cam Ward is a great QB, and he just needs the right people around him to take that team to the next level. John Harbaugh of the Baltimore Ravens has been fired after 18 seasons. 18 seasons as the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens. That's so crazy. And the team missed the playoffs and has been there the past couple of years, even though Lamar Jackson is an amazing QB. And just some things haven't been gelling right with this team. So I think they decided to go in a different position and have fired John Harbaugh. But of course, this guy is Super Bowl winning head coach. It wasn't going to take that long until he got hired somewhere else. Now he has taken over the position of head coach of the New York Giants, left vacant by Brian Daboll, who was interesting. It's going to be very, very dope to see how John Harbaugh positions Scatterboo and Jackson Dart and Malik Neighbors, and how they can really bring this New York Giants team back to like a level of the team when Eli Manning was the QB. I would love to see that. So shout out to New York Giants for he's a good head coach. Even though he was one of our rivals in the AFC North, I think they got a good head coach in him. And hopefully we get to see a Harbaugh Bowl. Chargers versus Giants soon. And are we sure that's Mike? Is that Mike? I need to talk to my media team. That's Mike Tomlin, right? Mike Tomlin. That's my. I'm gonna talk to my media team. Someone's getting fired. Mike Tomlin has resigned after 19 great seasons, winning seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He felt as though it's time for him to step down and let the team go in another position, another way. And even though they're another AFC North rival, I'll be very, very interested to see where he lands, or if he even goes back to head coaching. The Ravens have hired Jesse Minter as their head coach. He was the former defensive coordinator for the Chargers. He's now coming to the AFC North. Only the fourth head coach of the Ravens after John Harbaugh's 18-year reign. That's crazy. Jesse Minter was the defensive mind at the Los Angeles Chargers under Jim Harbaugh, but now he's coming to the AFC North, and I wonder who can carve up his defense nicely. Let's see. Oh, somebody by the name of Joe Burrow. Ooh, let's see. Look at that. Ugh. Ooh. Look at that. Boom. Yeah. Let's see what he does when he comes to Paycor Stadium. AFC North rivals is always a dogfight. I can't wait to see how that shapes up. The Miami Dolphins have found their Mike McDaniels replacement with Jeff Hafley, the former Green Bay Packers defensive coordinator. Hopefully he comes to Miami and shakes things up. Maybe Miami will move on from Tua, because his eggs are definitely a little bit scrambled. We'll see. I think people need to give Mike McDaniels a lot more credit for dealing with that guy. Just don't let the Coke and Caprice get to you, coach. And make sure to tune in next time to this same desk where we talk more sports and we'll get into more playoff discussions. Make sure to follow me at DirtyBoy James on all platforms. And last but not least, if you get to heaven and you don't see me there, you've gone to hell.